Chevy Camaro. Or what? VATS ignition. What do you do? We got a Chevy Camaro, red of course. And let's see what we got. Take a look at the ignition. Alright, take a look at the ignition. What do we see? A VATS ignition. You can tell because of the large opening in the face of the ignition. And we go around the back of the car. You'll see that it in fact does say Camaro. What we're going to do today is we're going to use our kit that you see on the ground, and we're going to come up with a mechanical key for the ignition without taking the steering column apart. The idea of taking steering columns apart gets old real fast. Once you do this, you'll never go back. Alright, you ready for an experience? Alright, let me put this up on the tripod and we'll go to go.
You're on.
Are we live?
We're live.
Hello everybody. What we have here today is a General Motors steering column with the VATS ignition. This ignition is single-sided, 6 cuts with the chip on the key. The chip on the key can be any value from 1 to 15, but they haven't used number 1 in a long time, so really 2 through 15 on this particular car. We want to make a key for this ignition without taking the steering column apart. So what we're going to do is show you the system that we have that'll beat the GM sidebar. And if you've got a kit that's red, looks like that, then you got what you got. Let's open this up and see what we got in it. Okay. What we're going to do is we've got 2 drawers of keys. These 2 drawers are keys that will help us decode the ignition as long as we follow a simple process. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our A keys. Our A keys are what we're going to use first. Now there are approximately 70 keys here. These keys are numbered. That is important. They are on key rings. That's also important. Leave them on the key rings. What we're going to do is start anywhere. So it's possible that it's going to go through all the keys. We'll see. I'm going to start on the left side over here with this key set here. What we're going to do is take these keys, and then they've got numbers marked on them. Get that up there. Like this one's marked 63, 62, 61. So all these keys are numbered. What we're going to do is we're going to take the keys one at a time. We're going to stick the key into the ignition. Hear the idiot buzzer. Let's see if I close the door, it'll shut it off. Okay, we don't need to be hearing that. Now, once the key goes in the ignition, this is a 2-step process. Did you hear me? This is a 2-step process. Number 1, turn the ignition with the ears. Now I've got turning a rotating motion. Now as I'm putting pressure on turning the ears, I'm going to then take the key and pull out on it. Nothing happened. What will happen is when the sidebar lines up with the key that we insert, the sidebar will go down or tilt. It'll get pinned underneath the shell and trap the key. So the function of the key is to go into the lock and come out of the lock. The key is not responsible for turning at all. So if you've got a set of keys like this and they're bent, then you're using them totally wrong. You should never turn the key. Never turn the key. The key's an in and out motion, that's it. We just did 47. Let's carry on. This is key number 48. Stick it into the lock, rotate it, pull on the key. Comes out. Go on to the next key. Key number 49. Put the key in. Rotate it. Pull on the key. Next key. Number 50. Put the key in. Rotate it. Pull on it. Next key. Put the key in. Rotate it. Pull on it. Next key. I know I'm working you guys kind of hard here, but all it is a simple motion and pulling on the key. Doesn't require a lot of effort. And as you go through them, most of them, or almost all of them really, nothing will happen. And then all of a sudden, this one out of the blue. So now, we got number 54. I'll generally go a little further to see if anything else will do it. So right now we got 54. Remember that number. We got 55. 56. 57. 58. 58. So, we lost it. So we started at 54, getting a good indication to 58. The next thing we want to do is distinguish 54 to 58 to find out which is the actual combination that we want to go with. So I'm going to grab the 54 to 58. So right now we've got 5 keys. They gave us a good indication. What we're going to do now is use the lock to tell us what's going on. We're actually going to turn the ignition back to accessory. I'm going to start with 58. Put the key in, push in, turn the ears back. I've got the ears turning, not the key. Pull on the key. 58 comes out, so I pass that by. That leaves us with 4 keys. I'm going to 57. Put the key in, turn it back to accessory, pull on the key. That drags a bit, but not too exciting. So I'd probably pass up on that one. That leaves us with 3. The idea is we want to get down to 1 key. This is key number 56. We're going to stick the key in, turn it back to accessory, pull on the key. Nothing exciting there. Alright, we're down to 2, 54 and 55. This is 55, going in. Go back to accessory, pull on the key. Get strapped. Okay. 55 is really good so far, so we're going to hold on to that one. But we got to check out 54. Put the key in, go back to accessory, pull on the key. That comes out. Okay. So I did have a slight trap, pushing in, turning to accessory, pulling on the key. A slight trap, but then it released. Now what's it going to take to release 55? Because as of right now, I'm going with 55. 55 seems pretty good. Go back. You know, she'll come out if you yank on it, but that's the best indication I got so far. And if you take a look at the key, it's almost straight across as far as where it was trapping. But it's not the combination, it's the lock that's going to tell you what's going on. So now we've got key number 55, and we're using the 4A ring. So we got 55 on ring 4A. What do we do now? Okay. At this point, we are done with the set A. We've come up with a combination on a key, number 55, that we're comfortable with. The next thing we've got to do is find out what we're going to do with set number 2. This is where we go to the paperwork. Now, on this paperwork, you're going to see key biddings at the top. This will be laminated by the time you guys get it. This is key 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes across and covers all the different keys. we're looking for key 55. Key 55 would put us over here where it says key 55. Now, that's what we got from set number 1. What we need now is a key from set number 2. So we're going to open up the second set and we're going to try these numbers: 55, 56, 57, 58, 60, 61, 62, and 63. We want to find out which one of those gives us the best indication. So the combination between 55 and one of these will give us our combination. As you can see, our combination is going to be something with a number 4 in the first position. The second position is going to be a 3 or a 4. The third position is going to be a 3 or a 4. And the fourth position is going to be a 3 or a 4. I'm not sure which ones they are. Now, we are missing 2 more wafers in positions 5 and 6. For those, we're going to use a progression chart. If it adds up even, we'll use this. If it adds up odd, we'll use this. Key 1, key 2, key 3, key 1, key 2 kind of thing. But let's go back to 55 and let's get our second set of keys, and that would be the B group. And 55, 56, 57, 58, and we'll see what happens. Let's go for 55 first. So I'm going to get out key group number 2, and these are all labeled with the B. Now, this tag says 4B. Okay, so we want to find key number 55. Now, if you've got key set number 4 on the first box, it's going to be key set number 4 on the second box. You'll never have a crossover. So once you find a 4 or a 1 or a 2 or a 3, that's what it's going to be on the second box also. It's never going to cross over. So we're going to go find key number 55. That would be here. So it says 55, 56, and 57. So let's try 55. That pulls out. Try key number 56. Comes right out. Key number 57. 57 gave us some resistance. Let's try 58. 58's really good. 58, so 58 maybe. The next number is 60. 61. 62. And 63. Well, the only one that gave us a lot of excitement was 58. And it traps forward and back. Turn it forward, pull on the key, it traps. Push it in, turn back, pull on the key, it traps. 58. So, this is, get the key ring thing here. We got, from the 4B key ring, we got number 58. Let's go to the chart. On the chart, key number 55 from set 1, or set A. Set B gave us 58. That tells us that the combination on the front of this lock is 4, 3, 4, 4. That adds up odd. We would then use our odd progression, so you can do it on 2 keys. And as you would go through the combinations, you would end up trying the combinations, and this is the key that's actually for the vehicle, and it's a 2-1. So you would have got it on your first key, the first combination, 2-1. And I'll put that in and I'll show you. That's the combination. The combination on this key is 4, 3, 4, 4, 2, 1. That would be right there, 4, 3, 4, 4. And this is how the process is done.